right, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to get started here on this great month of June, the New Orleans Game Developer Meetup. My name is Curtis. I am one of our lovely hosts, and I'm joined with my other hosts, Austin and Benjamin. Very enthusiastic. I enjoy it. So this month, we have prepared for you a series of micro presentations about some of the great things people are working on. And if you're not one of the presenters and you're working on something and you're saying to yourself, hey man, I wish I could talk to everyone about what I'm working on, well, you're in luck, because you can contact one of these handsome gentlemen you see on the screen in front of you. Someone didn't like that. Tell us what you want to present, and we'll give you the opportunity to speak to the community at large right here for the meetup. So without further ado, do we have an order of operations here, or do I just draw names from a hat now?
Let's start with Ben, and then it looks like Nick is having an audio connection Zoom issue thing.
Yeah, sure, I'll start out. So I was going to show off a project I made last month. I don't have slides or anything, but maybe I can share my screen. So I decided to make a shoot 'em up for the arcade cabinet at Sea Cave. And I just gave myself a 4-week deadline so that I finished something. And it's up on itch right now, so you can go play it there. And I'll have it up in a second. It's only one stage to make it, this is fun to make.
Is anyone else missing sound right now?
I can't hear Ben.
Yeah.
Check.
It's a little soft.
Is it better now?
No sound
Yeah.
in Discord.
Yeah.
Alright, I cranked it up a little.
Yeah, he might not be sending sound to the Discord as well.
Okay, yeah, I can fix that. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Alright, can y'all hear me here?
I can live with dual Ben voice.
Okay,
It's great.
you'll have to for just a little while. Yeah, so I made this game. It's up on itch right now. I'll post the link in the chat, and I'll try and share my screen in just a second. So there's the link to it, and let me share screen. Screen 1. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so I'll just play the video for it. And yeah, this is has one enemy, it has a boss. I did all the graphics, all the sound. It's just a fun little side project. It only takes about a minute to beat. And then after I finish this one, I decided I want to do more of these. So I think I'm going to stick to the 4-week schedule and just, crank out small arcade games. I've got another one in the works after it. Yeah, I mean, so you can define the enemy patterns. They'll fly to predefined points. The bullet patterns are all flexible. I didn't have time to make a lot of them, but I got the basics in there. So hopefully I'll be able to reuse them on a future project and build off that stuff.
Okay, cool.
So, I mean, there's only 2 bullet patterns, the ones that the basic enemies have, plus this one here. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. You did it.
Are you trying to do one totally unique project every 4 weeks? Is that, or whenever you decide?
I think they'll build off of each other, but they will be unique games.
Okay.
So I want to reuse part of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, thanks for checking it out.
Awesome.
Oops, that's the wrong button.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
all right.
I'll try to stop this at some point.
That's
there
cool.
we go.
Nick, are you able to present on the Zoom and then talk in Discord?
Yes, let me
Let's see.
So you don't have to turn on your video in Zoom. You
Share
just have to
screen.
go
Here we
to
go.
yeah. There you go.
We're gonna share my screen. We're gonna see. All right, let's do this the most awkward way possible. Can you see Carly Rae Jepsen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. You can see. I like pop music. All
I
right,
already did this in the most
so
awkward way possible.
we're gonna do this as a slideshow, and you already probably saw everything in there, but that's all right. Hey everybody, you can see my screen, right? We're good to go.
Yep.
Alrighty. So I'm here to talk about Doggone for just a few minutes. Maybe even a surprise announcement. You all win a free dog. Just kidding. I don't have that power, but that would be pretty cool. So a lot of you know that I'm working on a game about a lost dog with my team at Raconteur Games. And after last year's unsuccessful Kickstarter, we decided to keep going slow and steady through self-funding. And we've been making a little bit of progress. And that's not necessarily what I'm here to reveal tonight, but I just wanted to give you guys an update on where we are. So, for those who don't know, it's a game about a lost dog trying to find its way home, inspired by all the animal movies we grew up with. Visually, it's inspired by the background art of Sleeping Beauty, mixed with a little bit of the mechanics of Limbo and Inside, as you can probably see a little bit from the GIF, whichever you like. Insert that one there on screen here. So, it's something that we're super proud of, and it's really cute, and we think the world needs a lot more of that right now. And we are excited to just keep going forward with it. So it's still there, and there's a few other things I'd like to show here. Austin said on this slide I should dazzle you with details, so I'm going to dazzle you, hopefully. There's some just other concept art showing off the art style and the opening of the game, where you start out in the backyard of the owner's house, and you're trying to figure out, where am I? How does the story kick off? All that great stuff. One of our two big goals for the year is we're planning a late 2020 showcase of the revamped gameplay and overall, like, the first section of the game. Whatever that comes out to, the first 15, 20 minutes of the game, however that, however long that ends up being, we're going to show that off. We're building the project in Unity, and we do hope to release it on consoles. For everyone who's thinking, man, that would be great on Switch, we would love to release that on the Switch. I hope Nintendo likes us. So we'll target PC first. Once we get through this first little reveal, so to speak, we have options in front of us. I could go back and talk to some of those publishers that we talked to last year. We could try episodic release on Steam. We could just keep self-funding and go slow and steady and try to release it all one day down the line. So a lot of options. The game is still going, which is the moral of that story. But that's not the mystery thing. The mystery thing doesn't even have a GIF. I'm just going to show you one screenshot. Here we go. So we're doing a spin-off VR thing for Doggone. This does not replace the main game. This is a supplement. Tentatively, I want to steal the title. It's not stealing because we thought it would be funny. There's that Twitter account, Can You Pet the Dog? Well, we want to call it You Can Pet the Dog VR. It will be like a 5-minute app for a couple bucks that you can play on most VR headsets. You start off in that same backyard from the opening of the game. You will be immersed in that art style, and you will have fully animated, real air quote dog to play with, pet, throw a ball to, have some toys like maybe a rope to play tug of war, stuff like that. A little short app, and then at the end you'll hear like beep beep, the owner like honking their horn, and the dog will run off towards the owner's car, and the app's kind of over. So I always joked that this would be the best possible way to build interest for this game is, oh yeah, you can pet the dog, because people ask us that all the time, like half jokingly, half serious. Can you pet the dog? Well, if you're playing as the dog, that's a philosophical issue, but here we go. We've solved it. We brought in VR. So I know you have questions, and I will have answers later. So I hope you've enjoyed this tiny micro announcement and this one screenshot that doesn't really tell you much, except that, hey, it has VR on the bottom, so therefore it's got to be real. Overall, if you want to stay in touch and how you can help us out, follow us on Twitter. Got the Twitter handle up there. If you aren't signed up for our newsletter, you can go to the handy URL that somehow was not taken until I took it, thedoggame.com. And we have a Discord server that we're trying to build over time, and I will post a link to that in the Louisiana Game Developers Discord, as well as this one tomorrow or after the meeting tonight. So if you participate in any of those ways, we would appreciate you. And this GIF was just for Austin. I typed in Nick Cage dog GIF, and this was like the only one on the internet. So that one's for Austin. So yeah, that's my doggone news. Ha ha ha. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I will hand it off to the next person.
Cool. No questions. Then let's move on. Mike and Alec, are either one of y'all ready? Are y'all showing something? I assumed y'all were. I don't know why.
I could show something. Alec, do you want to go?
I didn't actually know that I had to show something to be in here.
I didn't. That was not a hard rule. But I just made a wild ass guess.
I could show what I'm actively doing, but it's not anything.
I'm not going to put you on that spot. Although I kind of ignore me. Mike, if you want to show something, you're welcome to.
Yeah, can everyone hear me all right?
Yes.
All right, fair enough. Ben can. So let me show some stuff. So the first thing is I made a VR game for Oculus Quest. It's on side quest right now. It's called Cubed. It's free, so if you have a Quest and you want to check it out, you can get it for free. It's got a little timer on your hand. Here's a video of it. And in the game, it was basically an attempt to figure out how to do zero-G locomotion in VR. And you also solve a Rubik's Cube from the inside. I found out after having built the game that it's actually really complicated to solve a Rubik's Cube. And so I've been getting a lot of feedback from various subreddits about how difficult this is. I don't know if you can hear the audio right now, but
Yeah, that's very loud.
yeah, it's pretty loud. But music was supplied by my buddy Mo Podna, friend of the game Meetup. And then also as a little treat, I brought this to Oculus Quest last year and found this guy wandering around the halls and got him to try it. And then after about a minute of trying it, he pauses in midair and goes, "This would be really hard to solve," and hands me back my headset. So it's a ringing endorsement for John Carmack, but it's free. So, and then in addition to that, I'm working on this game Salvo. Salvo is my attempt to do. Is this volume? Yeah, my attempt to do. Missile command in VR in 3 dimensions, also for Quest. Single button controls, also uses hand tracking for pinch controls. Also totally free if you want to check it out.
Nice. Could you link those in the Discord?
I'll post them. I'll send links.
So,
Next. Go next. Anyone go next?
no, I think that's everyone. I can bedazzle y'all with how to set up a Jira, because that's been my my last 2.5 weeks.
I've got some bedazzlement.
That was only the producers that were happy.
Don't. But yes. No. So the format that you guys saw Nick have, I'll post that for anyone to share, like the little PowerPoint presentations. Dang it! All right. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So the presentation format that you saw Nick have, that I created a template for that, and I'll be posting it in the New Orleans Game Dev. So, like Curtis said, anyone that's interested in presenting, you have a simple framework. If you want to do something longer, like more in depth, we're definitely happy to have you present. We just kind of want to know what it is ahead of time so we don't get totally sideswiped. But moving forward, since we're going to be doing this like online format, I wanted an easy way for people that are like continuously working on stuff, or like how Ben's working on 4-week projects, to show something off easily and quickly without having to like stress out about making a presentation. So I'll link that to everybody, and y'all go nuts. It's also a slightly modified version of a pitch deck, so might be something to reference if that's something you need to do. But yeah. Well, did we have any other news, Curtis or Ben?
I was just gonna tell everyone about this game that I've been working on for 2 years. Everyone knows about already, but
all right, Curtis, take it away then.
Oh shit. Anyway, so I'm gonna talk to y'all about Headspace.
Okay. Curtis, you're muted on Zoom, on Zoomy.
Fucking, I don't even know where
You
the
Zoomer?
buttons are. Okay, so this is a game. It's called Headspace. I've actually been working on this for a while, but I've decided to take it upon myself to turn this into a quote-unquote commercial video game. And so this is my announcement of beginning that effort. Just a quick little overview if you're unfamiliar with this concept. Headspace is a game about a man wandering in an empty city and accomplishing absolutely nothing. The things you do in the game are completely meaningless. They do not represent anything. It is a complete waste of your time. Nonetheless, there are activities for you to engage with. These activities will affect a series of choices that the main character in a story makes. Basically, this character goes through some horrible time in his life. There's no way to video game your way to a happy ending or turn it around or stop it from happening. All you can do is decide how to spend your time, and that'll influence how he sort of reacts in certain situations, but it will always end the same way. There's no branching narratives, there's just different choices that you can make. So here's some fun technical information that's not that technical. The quote-unquote production version of this game is using the Unity high-definition render pipeline, which allows me to do some very beautiful things with the lights and the rendering. I can use ray tracing if my computer could actually support ray tracing. But it's a very pretty looking game, as you can see from this marvelous GIF that I have here. I plan to release it for the personal computer, perhaps consoles, if anyone is shady enough to allow me access to a dev kit. I'll probably be done around the end of 2021 or the beginning to middle of 2022. I currently have a proof of concept version that's sort of just like a demo that I've shown off a number of times. And I'm working on a full version. Just for fun, I've prepared this video of a very old version of the game. This version of the game in particular was called by a high-ranking member of one of our local game dev studios, A Cry for Help. I'll save revealing his name, but I took that to heart. I very much did. The game no longer looks like this, but man, does this look cool. But anyway, enough of that. Probably wondering, this is a bunch of craziness and you're wasting our time, and that's correct. That's exactly my entire point here, is I want you to play a game and then start to wonder why you're playing something that is so pointless and makes you so uncomfortable. And that's my mission statement. So in order to get that done, I need to find someone crazy enough to give me a lot of money. I need to find someone to contribute with art and music. Those are things I cannot do very well. I can make visual effects, I can program stuff. I cannot create 3D models, I cannot make music, I'm not great at it. Then, the most difficult part of this entire endeavor, I find, is going to be figuring out how to convince someone to pay money for this piece of garbage. That's going to be included in my pitch deck. It's publishers. Hopefully they can help me figure that part out. That's probably not a great way to sell my own idea. And that's it. If you want to follow me on Twitter or somewhere, you'll find me through that name. But yeah, that's all I got.
Dope.
I do have one very serious question for you, Curtis.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a sequel, is it going to be Arm Space?
Only if it's in VR.
Arm Space
Sold.
doesn't rhyme with Dead Space.
Oh, damn. I fully understand, though.
It's not plagiarism, it just rhymes.
Will you be able to shoot off the arms and legs of other enemies?
No, there's no violence of any kind. Oh, actually, that's not true. There's, well, there's violence towards the player, not like the character, but like the actual player, person playing the game. If you go approach any of the monsters in the game, you get assaulted through all of your possible senses.
I have seen the game, and that's true. Can confirm.
Wasn't there a horror game that would like mess with the player? It would make it look like your save accidentally got deleted, or it'd turn the volume the volume would get really low, so you'd turn the TV up, and then it would.
Amnesia. Eternal Darkness.
Oh, yeah. Eternal Darkness. Yeah, I'm thinking of like it's older.
Yeah. Do we have any announcements though? Xbox Game Camp.
I don't think so. But yes, that. Oh
wait.
Yeah, I got the one email about it, and just saying that they were planning to schedule it to the fall, but that's it. Like it was like we're gonna do this. There will be more to come.
Yeah, we've already spent.
Do you mind if I share my screen real quick?
Go for it.
Cool. Dope. So, can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. So, we always throw this up at some point. So welcome to people that are not normally here. We do this every third Thursday of the month. We will continue to meet in person at some point in the future. It will probably be a distant future, but we'll figure it out. And if you're wondering why we're having so many technical issues and swapping between muted and unmuted, it's because we're also streaming this and hanging out with everybody on Discord. So if you can scan that little barcode on the side and join the Discord, if you're watching this later, YouTubers. And every Tuesday night, Ben runs a hack night where he talks to you for 3 hours uninterrupted, and everyone works. But it's good because it's actually useful. So, probably my favorite time of the week, even though I didn't go this week. So,
yeah, hack night's always a good time. Please join us.
Sure. As Ben said, show up to Hack Night. It's awesome. I think that's just going to be the motto now. So, okay. I feel like I've thrown this up and I've done my due diligence. So I'm going to stop sharing it.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I'm going to turn off the stream. But if you want to hang out, we're going to chill out here in the Meetup voice channel until we all get drunk and do something inappropriate.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope to see you weekly at Hack Night or next month at our meetup, where a human being will discuss matters of importance.